Good morning and thank you for joining us for news updates at 10. My name is Tandi Wemzumara. Pope Leo XIV has urged people around the world to pray for peace, particularly in light of ongoing tensions in the Middle East. The Pope made the remarks in a brief statement to journalists at Castel Gandolfo as he was leaving Villa Barberini, where he had spent the day resting and working. Commenting on the situation in the Middle East, including reports of a United States naval strike group led by the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln in the Persian Gulf, Pope Leo reiterated his call for dialogue and nonviolence as the only path to resolving conflicts. He said that even ordinary people have a role to play by raising their voices in support of peace and rejecting violence. The Malawi Conference of Catholic Bishops, MCCB, is holding its first annual plenary meeting this week at the Catholic Secretariat in Lilongwe. The meeting has drawn Catholic bishops from across the country and is being attended by Gianluca Perici, the Apostolic Nuncio to Malawi and Zambia. During the plenary, the bishops are expected to deliberate on key pastoral and administrative matters, including a study session on the Synod on Synodality, progress reports from national Catholic associations, priestly formation in seminaries, and updates on development projects and institutions such as the Catholic University of Malawi. According to MCCB Secretary General Valeriano Mtega, the meeting will also review reports from various directorates of the Catholic Secretariat and assess developments within Catholic lay organizations. The Center for Democracy and Economic Development Initiative, CEDED, has asked Minister of Homeland Security Peter Mokito to publicly disclose details of the controversial madrasa passport printing contract, citing transparency and accountability concerns. In a letter dated 26 January 2026, CEDED has invoked the Access to Information Act, demanding the release of the contract itself and a full breakdown of the costs that led to the current passport prices, which the organization says remain excessively high. Commending Mokito and his deputy Norman Chisale for publicly acknowledging corruption within the Department of Immigration and Citizenship Services and for pledging to root it out, CEDED Executive Director Sylvester Namiwa has, however, expressed concern that the madrasa passport deal signed under the previous Malawi Congress Party MCP administration of former President Lazarus Chakwera has neither been reviewed nor cancelled despite allegations of irregularities. According to Namiwa, failure to revisit the contract has allowed suspected beneficiaries to continue profiting at the expense of Malawians seeking passports and has urged the current administration to act swiftly in the interest of public accountability. The Malawi Human Rights Commission (MHRC) has called for an urgent review of the Access to Information Act, citing weak enforcement powers, low compliance by public institutions, and funding challenges. MHRC says the current law contains gaps and inconsistencies that allow institutions to withhold information, undermining citizens' right to access public information. MHRC Deputy Director for Civil and Political Rights and Head of the Access to Information Unity, Chansi Kalolokesha, says compliance levels remain low, with less than 50% of institutions taking necessary steps to implement the Act. He was speaking on Tuesday during an interface with the Parliamentary Committee on Media, Communication and Technology at the Parliament Building in Lilongwe. And now the news. The Nigerian army has said it has rescued 11 kidnapping victims during a late-night operation along the Kaduna-Abuja highway, thwarting an attempt by armed militants to move the captives through a forested area under the cover of darkness. The 5 men, 3 women and 3 children had been held for 92 days after being abducted from the Gada Malam Maman community in Kaduna State in October. Troops from Forward Operation Base Doga detected the group on January 26th using long-range surveillance equipment, the army said in a statement. Soldiers moved in after spotting the kidnappers escorting their victims along a bush track. And that's about what we had time for in this edition of our news updates at 10. Now remember that we have news and other programs on our social media platforms. That is on Facebook at Luntha Television and on YouTube at Luntha TV Official. So do make sure to follow and like those pages. My name is Tandy Wemzamara. Good morning.